Alright, so this is going to be a very impromptu little video, and when I say very impromptu, I mean I literally was walking out of the house to go do this and then decided to grab the GoPro and bring you with me, because what we're doing is really nothing worth mentioning, and I don't know why I'm filming it, honestly. Here's the spray coupe. That tire we put the tire eject in like a couple months ago that has this giant crack, yeah, that thing's still holding air for what it's worth. This tire's gone flat, and how's this tire doing? This tire actually has air in it, but the reason this thing is still sitting in the same spot I have to address, and this is not the point of this video either, but our front suspension is broken right there. I don't know, it looks like it's been that way for a while, but we just noticed it after towing this thing home from the field, and you can see with the way this tow bar is set up, pulling on that front wheel, it's pretty obvious over time, you know, you would have a stress crack right here. So I've actually I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. I might pull this entire steer yoke off and re-weld it, or I may just pop that tire off and weld it up. But either way, that's not what we're doing. That's not why I started filming. That's not why we're out here. We're out here for this thing. And no, I'm not fixing the water pump yet. The water pump does leak. I do have the parts. I just have not had the time. However, it's like 20 degrees right now, so we are going to feed the horses a round bale of hay. Yes, I do have horses. You might be able to see two of them over there. I have thought at different times I might do some horse content on one of the channels, but I've decided against that. I may explain that more to you guys later. But for now, let's see if the old Massey is going to fire up in 20-degree weather after not having been started for like a week or 3 or 4 days or however long. The other problem you're going to see here is I do not expect my door to stay closed for any period of time, because that latch, I told you guys when we bought this tractor, that latch had a problem. Oh, all these linkages are cold and stiff. This is one thing I really don't like on this Massey. I don't hate it, but I would definitely prefer having a shift lever that was not in the dash like this. This used to be the high-low range shift, and it wore out or something, and the guy I bought this tractor from modified it and put this shift lever on the actual bell crank down on the transmission. I really prefer that. I really wish instead of this dash shifter assembly deal, this had a shift lever going straight down to the transmission. Yeah. Whatever. This is what we got. It works fine. Let's see if it will start. The other thing I got to do is I got to put some camera mounts in here because I don't have any. I've got you guys on my little clampy stick right now. There's this metal plate that they installed for the loader valve. I'm sure I can do something there. So for now, I'm just going to kind of clamp you over here to it, and we're both gonna hope for the best. Let's see if old girl wants to start in this weather. Give it a little throttle. Take a break. We're almost there. I don't know if that exhaust pipe's gonna stay on or not. Brandon knocked it off on a tree limb, which is why it was laying on the ground when I hauled this tractor home. And I literally unloaded the tractor, parked it here, and just kind of stuck that back on there so it wouldn't get lost. But it's not. It's not clamped at all. If it stays, it's just going to be from that slip fit. So I really don't expect it to stay. It's probably going to fall off and bounce off the hood of the tractor while I'm doing this. If I'm lucky, I won't run over it. If I were smart, I would get out and move it, but, you know, why would we do that? Come on, baby. Oh, well, the John Deere absolutely will not start in the cold. I don't know what it is about that tractor. I know it could use a battery. The battery in it is not bad. It works fine during the summer, but once the weather gets cold, that thing just does not hold a charge. In the auger video you guys saw where I actually got it started and used it, I threw the battery charger on there on the 200 amp engine start setting, and it fired right up. So I know it needs a battery. I've got a couple of good Group 31 truck batteries in the garage I could put on it. I just haven't made it a priority yet. I installed a block heater on that thing last year. This has a block heater. I don't know if it works, but I get the impression I'm going to have to find out sooner rather than later, because it is not very thrilled to be participating in this activity I'm trying to take part in right now. Oh, we were so close! Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna stay? Alright, we've been running for a few minutes. It's a little warmer, so let's go to work. The exhaust pipe did fall off, or well, it tipped over, and I knew what was coming, so I just got out and took it off before it had the chance to completely fall. So let's get a bale of hay. Anytime this thing gets any pressure on it, the shifter sticks and it doesn't like to come out of gear. It's just old, just kind of worn. A brand new tractor wouldn't have these problems, but a brand new tractor this size would cost almost $100,000. I can put up with a couple of problems for saving that kind of money. Hey, Budro. Hey, I'll just stick you right here. Hey, look at that. Tell me that doesn't look good. I'd almost eat that. What do you think, Budro? Oh, you excited? Excited? Well, that's unfortunate. Is this an advantage of spring? Maybe. Here, I did not have any equipment out here with me, so I had to pay some guys to build this fence, and apparently they are not familiar with any type of measuring device. That is a foreign concept this metal gate here is indeed 14 feet wide. The problem is the opening this gate is supposed to swing through. Yeah, that's not 14 feet. It sucks, it's annoying. The gate only opens one direction on account of that, which is not the end of the world. But the guys that built this fence are definitely hacks. I mean, that was not the, that was a mild problem. You guys can see that one post is leaning. After about 3 weeks, this H started collapsing. I've actually gotten out here and fixed this once, and I may have to do it again because you can see that post is leaning in. And every single post, every single post they put in the ground is this loose. I called the guy about it and he said, oh, your horses are pushing on it. Yeah, bud, my horses have pushed on every single post on this fence. Well, you just gotta let it sit. Them posts take time to set up. You give it a year, it'll be solid as a rock. I've lived here for 4 years. That fence is no better. I've gone down through and retamped and repaired a lot of it. I haven't had time to do the stupid door. That's why you see me prop the door open with that rod all the time. Not only does it let a little airflow in here, it's more reliable than the latch. I'm gonna have to fix that latch before winter. I can't be snow blowing with an open door. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge later. I'm gonna pull this thing right back up here, shut her down. There went my door again. That is really, really very annoying. Load her down. While I let this thing cool off, I'll show you the problem if the lighting is decent. This hinge or this latch just falls. So if I just let it go and close it, it doesn't latch at all. If I hold this up, it will latch, but as soon as you go bouncing across the field, the slightest bit of pressure and it comes open. So I think I can probably just take these bolts out and get in there and put a stronger spring to hold this up, and it should be fine. We're gonna have to do that before winter. Maybe we'll do that in our work lights in the same video. I haven't decided. I have decided work lights I'm gonna be putting on. I don't like light bars. Maybe it's just me, but everybody's got this fad now, these LED light bars. I don't like them. I don't know why, I just don't. But what I'm gonna do is individual lights. I'm gonna do 2 at the front on top of the cab, and I'm gonna do 2 more back here, also on top of the cab. Now I've got these lights, these do work and they do work well, but I want 2 more up high so that if I'm blowing snow, they're up out of it a little more. And well, more lights never hurt. Now the nice thing about this being an older tractor and not having so many amenities in it from the factory is there's plenty of room for me to add some. So what I'll probably do is just this panel up here. I don't know what's behind it, but it's just a nice solid little panel. I don't know what that was. It's broken now, but I'm going to come in here, and I think what I've decided to do is I'm going to add an auxiliary fuse block up there somewhere. That way I can just run a main power and ground wire, probably something like a 10 gauge stranded, up to that fuse block, and then run my wiring off that fuse block for those lights. And I can just drill into that that metal plate up there and put toggle switches in it. So I'm gonna be adding front work lights, rear work lights, maybe a couple of more work lights if I really start feeling ambitious or come up with the lights. And then I'm gonna add a couple of 12-volt outlets because I am doing this YouTube thing and constantly battling dead batteries. whether it's phone batteries or camera batteries or something, I'm always changing or charging or otherwise dealing with a battery issue. So, all right, horses are fed. I have no idea if this is going to be a YouTube video or a Patreon video or what. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and more later. Hi, Mom. Is it cold? Huh? You guys cold? No. Having the time of your lives in here, aren't you? Yeah, I know. Ball's up there. Ball's up there. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.